And you, Tucker. Thank you.
State of Minnesota gave us Keith Ellison and a pro wrestler as governor. Didn't work very well. But neither of them are even close to that state's worst electoral mistake. That honor goes, it's really not even contested, to a freshman member of Congress named Ilhan Omar. In a recently discovered interview with Al Jazeera, Omar said that if America cared about keeping its citizens safe, we'd stop worrying about Islamic terrorism, which is really no problem at all, and instead profile white men. Watch.
I would say our country should be more fearful of white men across our country, because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country. And so if fear was the driving force of policies to keep America safe, Americans safe inside of this country, we should be profiling, monitoring, and creating policies to fight the radicalization of white men.
So not only is that obviously bigoted, it's also stupid. It's untrue. FBI statistics prove that it's actually not factually accurate what she just said. But in any case, our real fear shouldn't be ISIS or white men. We should be most afraid, maybe, of clueless lawmakers like Ilhan Omar. Tammy Bruce is president of Independent Women's Voice and hosts Get Tammy Bruce on Fox Nation, which you should watch every episode of, and she joins us tonight.
Thank you, sir.
So, Tammy, it's just interesting that a lawmaker can get up and attack an entire racial group, and it's like, it's no problem. No one notices.
Yeah, there was even an attempt, and that was from last year, which is interesting because she now has an opinion piece out calling Donald Trump a racist, when she had called for, while she was a state representative, for racial and gender profiling by federal law enforcement. This country's history speaks very strongly about the fact that we have rejected that. We had a civil war to reject the idea that people should be treated differently because of how they look, or for an immutable personal trait like race or gender. And yet here she is in the 21st century, usually railing, as we know, about the supposed false racism of the president because it's political, and then her own, and some leftists were actually saying, and we heard her tone, that she was being satirical when she said that. No, she wasn't. She was being serious. This was a point of view that she felt comfortable presenting before she was a major national figure, and I think that that's what is the truth here. And at the same time, here you've got a woman of color. This is another thing that it proves, is that racism and bigotry is equal opportunity, right? It is not with one group, it's not with one gender, it's not with one race. It is really about a major desire to control and to malign individuals who maybe are more inclined to not necessarily agree with you or believe what you believe. And we've seen historically how that works. You denigrate individuals and others as a problem, you separate them. And in this country, every day we work and we practice being Americans by rejecting the very thing she suggested, which is, of course, we should look at other people and judge them on their race. And then once we do that, we should set policy and law enforcement and surveillance on them based on how they appear. It is the antithesis of the American dream, and it's not who we are as a people at all.
That's exactly right. And as always, so nicely put. Great to see you, Tammy. Be sure to check out Tammy's new program. As we said, Get Tammy Bruce. New episodes out every week, only on